welcome to this Best Life Ever series episode number 3. In this episode, I'm going to talk about a very interesting topic. We're going to talk about success secret using BaZi. How do you actually create success? Because a lot of people talking about I want to achieve success in life, right? While I'm young, and for their family, So all of us here actually basically we want to actually create a better version of ourselves and also the better environment for our family as well, right? So therefore I see this is a very important topic that a lot of people are concerned about. So we'll talk about this. How do you actually create success using BaZi, right? The information written in your BaZi. So if this is the 3rd episode, so if you haven't watched the episode number 1 and the 2nd episode, I would actually recommend you actually to watch it first, and before come to episode number 3, at least you have a continuation, right? There'll be a step by step so you can understand better what I'm talking right now. So today we're purely focusing on, how can we actually create success in life, right? So if I ask you, right, how do you define success? What is the definition of success? What would you say? Right? A lot of people have different definition, because they have different needs, right? Some people feel that, the moment they make a lot of money, then they feel successful. Some people feel that the moment they have a great relationship, then they feel successful. So everyone have their own version. So let me summarize this for you. Success basically boils down to one very simple thing, right? The moment you get what you want, you're already successful. Don't you think so? So in the end, success is about getting what you want, right? So the goal here of actually using BaZi, to help you to lay this path and make it even faster for you to get it, because the BaZi related to you is personal to you. So right now, if you haven't got your BaZi chart, I would like you to actually plot your chart at this link as shown below here. Okay, all right. So are we ready to go here? Okay, so success, right? I think that a lot of people, or you might heard this before. There's an old saying that success are equal to preparation plus opportunity. Have you heard about this before? Right, so that's the reason why we send our children to schools, right? So why? Because we want them to get prepared, right? The moment they're prepared with skills, like they learn in school, then when they go out, they can able to grab those opportunities. Does it make sense? So therefore, in order to get those opportunities, you need to get prepared first, right? So where does this preparation related to? Related to education, or harnessing your skill, or practicing your craft, all these things here. So the moment you go out to the market, right, you can actually create success, because when you are ready, right, when you're prepared, when you are capable, then you can grab and actually a stronghold of those opportunities. That's what it means. So in BaZi, we also can see these two parts from the BaZi chart. Remember, success equal to preparation plus opportunity, right? So let me show you the BaZi chart right now. So you can see in the chart right now, so there are two parts of it, right? So this part is the natal chart, and then the bottom part is the luck pillar. So the top part, the natal chart, is talking about preparation, right? So and then the remaining one, the bottom part, which is the luck pillar, is called opportunity. So if you want to see success from BaZi perspective, it's about understanding the preparation you need to do, and then while you have all the information or opportunity, when these two things meets, therefore you create success. That's the whole idea. How do you use BaZi, right? So then how do we do this, right? So today I'm going to focus a lot on the top part. Right, so this episode we're going to talking about the top part first, because it's about preparation. Because without preparation, even opportunity arrive, it just pass you by as if you're not even there in the first place. Right, so we need to get ourselves strong, we need to get ourselves prepared. And how do we do that? Then we need to understand what is our true talent, or what is our true skill that we can capitalize. So therefore, which part are we looking at? Are we looking at opportunity right now? No, we're going to look at the preparation part, which is the natal chart, which is on the top part here, right? And on the next episode in the future, then we're talking about the opportunity part. Why? Because there must be a sequence, right? If you're not prepared, so it's pointless we're talking about opportunity, because you're not going to capitalize on it anyway, right? So now, since now we are actually agree that actually preparation is important, so what is this part of this natal chart able to tell you? It tells you about your talent, your nature, your strength, your weaknesses, right? So let me give you something more relatable here. Yeah, so the preparation part, the natal chart here, talking about the weapons that given to you, yeah, for you to fight, to win the battle, right? Just like you playing games, right? So if you're playing RPG games, you know, so you actually get the sometimes in your inventory list you have the axe, you have a sword, yeah, you have the rifles, you know, or you have a dagger, or even a health potion, right? So all these are the things that you have, yeah, in your inventory sets, right? So, and it's your job, you know, to actually know which one to use, yeah, which weapon you have in the first place first, and then also how to use it, and then to win the battle or not. So the barter chart on the preparation section, or the natal chart, talking about the weapons that given to you the moment you're born, right? You can call it weapons, you can call it talent. Don't you think the first thing you need to know, what are the weapons given to you first, right? If you don't know, then you don't know how to harness it. You don't know which tool to use, you know, to actually win the battle. So, but if you know your weapons given to you inside out, not only you know which one to use, and if you're good at it, you can even combine it to using it and then create something better, right? A new weapon, for instance, right? So don't you think this is the part that we look for? Because when you're prepared, you're fully equipped, you understand your weapon, which means your skill and talent, then when you go out to fight the battle, which represents the opportunity out there, you know, so you can win. Yeah. So the first step of success creation using barter is to understand what given to you in the first place, right? Then you decide which one you're going to use. Yeah, that's how we create the outcome. Then how do we actually understand this aspect for on the weapons, yeah, or the talent that we have? So in order to do that, since all of you are beginners, so all these weapons here are actually divided into 10 types. Yeah, there are 10 types of weapon, so, or talents, or strength, whatever you like to call it. So this is something that given to you. Some of you have so-called a different talent. Some of you here have something more, something less. So we'll discover it. Yeah, because in the end, there are no so-called like a better chart. Someone have a better chart, far more superior chart. Right? It's not about that, because all of our chart have pros and cons. Right? The trick here is not to know whether you have the best chart in the world, but the secret here is to know how to use the chart. Yeah, that is always the secret. It's not about getting a good or bad chart. Yeah, you might need to write this down. It's about knowing how to use the chart that given to you. Yeah, think about this. Your chart you already fixed the moment you're born, right? So there are no point, you know, hoping you get a different chart. It is already fixed, already permanent. But there are one part that is not fixed. Is your decision how to use it, when to use it, and effectively. Yeah, that is the one that makes the difference. So now let me introduce to you the weapon that you have. Are you ready now? Yeah, so do you interested to know, you know, what are the weapons that given to you, or what is the talent that you have right now? So because the moment you're aware of this, then you can decide, you know, spend your time to harnessing this talent, right? So now I want you to look at your barter chart right now. I want you to scroll down, yeah, until you see this 10 profiles. Right, you're seeing here, right? So this is the 10 profile, right? So the 10 profile here, you need to look at this side here, because this side, you see there's all percentage. There are 10 so-called items here. Yeah, we talk about the weapons or the talents. So there are 10 weapons you're having here. So now, all of us here are given 10 weapons. But the weapon power or the strength of the weapon will be different for each individual. So we actually rank it for you. We arrange in a way that the most powerful weapon that given to you always at the top, and then the less powerful one will be at the bottom. Right? So if you want to choose a weapon, yeah, to win a battle, would you like to choose the strongest weapon that you have, or the weakest weapon? Of course, we're going to choose the strongest one, right? So therefore, when you look at what type of weapon or talent we should harness, we always look at the top 3. Okay, so this is a trick here, yeah, the top 3. So I want you to look at what is your top 3 weapon in your chart. Do it right now. Right, it's very easy, right? You come from the top because you already arranged in a way. The most powerful one is in the top in the list. You just need to look at the top 3. You know, the top 3. That's it. Okay. Use 5 seconds to do this. Okay, alright, so by now already identify the top 3, but you might not know the meaning yet. Don't worry, I'm going to explain to you. Okay, since there are 10 weapons here, so let me start with the first one. The first one here is called the indirect wealth. Yeah, indirect wealth. So if your top three, now you look at your top three, if your top three has the indirect wealth talking about the skills that you must develop in your life, the most powerful skill you ever able to develop is about entrepreneurship. Yeah, so if your top three has this indirect wealth, you must learn how business works. You must understand how value works. Yeah, you must understand how you convert knowledge into value, and therefore you can sell it. You know, so that's the part. So it's about enterprising. Yeah, it's about entrepreneurship. Yeah, that's the part you need to learn. Yeah, that one is indirect wealth. So the next one, the second one I'm going to tell you here right now is the direct wealth. Remember just now the indirect wealth is about business, right? But even you have all those ideas here, you still need someone to make sure the idea become reality, right? So direct wealth is about making something invisible become visible, right? So that is the power. So which means that they are so good in actually managing resource. Like that's a project, right? Yeah, from the conception of an idea until it become reality. Direct wealth have the talent to actually manage all the resources along the way. Make sure you have enough resource and not wasting a lot of money to doing it, and make the whole thing become efficient, right? So that's the power of direct wealth. You know, therefore they have a great strength in what? Resource management. Yeah, be like that. If you're direct wealth, learn how to harness this skill. Yeah, so a lot of great CEO, you know, have very strong direct wealth. Okay, now the next one. The next one, let's talk about hurting officer, right? So now you check your chart. You have the hurting officer at the top three. You have hurting officer in the top three. Hurting officer talking about showmanship. Yeah, talking about your ability to express your talent. Yeah, or like perform, right? So the skill you must learn if your hurting officer is one of the top three is you must learn how to present yourself well. Yeah, you need to actually learn how to speak well, you know, and then you also must know how to market yourself well. Yeah, that's the thing here, because hurting officer is about so-called a celebrity. Yeah, they need to be in the limelight. So you need to actually learn how to do that. Yeah, put yourself in the spotlight and then learn how to market yourself, speak back better, and then inspire people. Yeah, because if you're able to do that, you know, that's where your success are created. Yeah, you can become a popular in your industry. Yeah, hurting officer is the man of a company, or is the face of a company, or it could be the face of the industry. Okay, all right. So how about the next one? The next one here is eating God. Yeah, whenever we're talking about eating God is a style about innovation, right? So if your eating God is top three, which means that you have one ability, you have the ability to innovate, right? Product creation, service creation, because you are very creative. So if you look like the late Steve Jobs, you know, I think he is one of the best, so-called business person, and then he actually are able to actually have an idea how you innovate, and that subsequently change the landscape of the industry, that disrupt the whole industry, right? Just like iPhone, iPod, you know the drills, right? So therefore, if you're eating God, one of the first skill you must learn is, you know, harness your creativity, learn how to create products, learn how to create services, because that is where your success is coming from. Okay, now let's move on to the next one. The next one here is our 7 killing, right? If your 7 killing is the top 10, top 3, so if you're in the top 3, which means that the key of a 7 killing, or to activate this weapon here, or this talent here, is about the execution speed. You need to be fast, right? 7 killing is a style about getting things done really fast. Yeah, so they are the one that they're master of execution, right? So therefore they are very good in opening a new market. You know, they're expanding their territory of a business. They are so quick in doing it. Yeah, so the keyword here is speed to market. So the next one, direct officer. Yeah, so if our top 3, one of it is direct officer. So one of the skill can develop using direct officer, because direct officer talking about putting chaos into order. Right? For example, like a startup company, you know, they're everything unorganized, right? The direct officer is ability to actually, under a chaotic situation, they're able to establish rules, you know, or SOP, you know, or best practice to it, and then to make sure everything runs smoothly. Right? They have a system to it. Right? Therefore, like an MNC company, right? All of them, they have a proper structure. So direct opposite person have that talent to actually create those system out, right? So, or regulated environment, yeah, that's where the best to work in. Okay, so then let's move on to the next one. The next one here is strengths. Yeah, your actually true talent or your true weapon you can actually use is learn the art of deal making, right? Which means that you connect to the buyer and the seller, and then you make money, yeah, from the transaction. Yeah, so you're good at that. So these are the your talent here. I want to harness this talent, and therefore, if you're able to do it really well in the future, of course you will, because this is your talent, right? Then you're able to actually create success, yeah, through the skill of negotiation, and you are king of deal maker, right? So this is the one you should focusing on. Okay, how about Rock Wealth? So Rock Wealth, if your Rock Wealth is one of the top 3, Rock Wealth is about the ability to actually attract good people in a team and then pursue something together, right? So if a Rock Wealth, your success actually comes through a team that you build or you connect to. Therefore, you see a lot of people that pulling people together, or crowdfunding, or pulling investors together to do something. Yeah, this is the talent of the Rock Wealth people, right? So just like IPO, also something that related to actually Rock Wealth. Okay, so now this leads us to the last two, which is direct resource and indirect resource. So if your top 3 is direct resource, your key to success is information. So which means that you must become the expert in the field, right? So if let's say you are a marketing guy, right? You want to become the expert, yeah, in marketing, digital marketing, which means you knew everything about it. So which means that you're the first person people will come to when they need knowledge or advice about this, because direct resource talking about the guardian of information, right, or the master of the information. So that is where your talent lies in. So which means the reason people comes to you, the reason a company hiring you is because you are so good with what you do, right, the knowledge especially. Okay, so this leads us to the last element here, which is the indirect resource. So for indirect resource, the keyword here is visionary, right? So they're actually able to see, or the trend upcoming the next few years, what will happen into the market, right? Just like previously they have a DVD, right? We consume movies through DVDs or even a Blu-ray, right? But right now, then the trend already moved into what? Streaming, right? Video streaming already, like Netflix, HBO, streaming, or Disney, or Apple Plus, so all this streaming here. So you see the trend is actually moving there. If you're still stuck with these DVDs, you might not able to sustain your business for very long, right? So this trend here, some people can see it, yeah, before it's even happening, right? So if your indirect resource is one of the top 3, you have that capability to do it, right? You're able to predict the trend of the market. Okay, all right. So just now I just shared with you the keywords for each of these 10 weapons, or in the technical terms we call this 10 gods. So this is where is the first step you want to do to actually take action to harness those specific skills. Right? Since you have top 3 elements, you can choose to do one first. Right? Don't complicate it by doing all the 3 together. Right? So on the top 3, you just choose one of the top 3, and then spend your time, cultivate it, and then perfecting it, and then that's where, yeah, you can see that you are activating your true talent within you. Right? This is the part I'm talking about, the preparation. Right? So if you are prepared, then in our next episode, right, episode number 4, then we're going to talk about opportunity. Yeah, like I said just now, success equal to preparation plus opportunity. Okay, so for now till then, look at the skill that what I tell you just now, then do something about it, and I'm going to see you again in the next episode where we're talking about opportunity. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you found this video beneficial, yeah, please share this video with your friends and your loved one so they can benefit from this as well. So till then, I wish all of you here have a great life and a healthy life. See you around.